So there's the military. They're partly to blame for all this targeting, because it's a military thing, operation. Over there is your fake moon. Okay. I'm going to point out some satellites from the CIA. Over there's a satellite. Down there's a satellite. Okay. This is all tied to the local police because they use Palantir Technologies, tied to Google, which is tied to, the Royals. GCHQ is tied to CIA, tied to the FBI, tied to M16 overseas, and down to the Jesuits in the Vatican. Okay? All these things up in the sky, these are all drones. It's all Google. And they have, cloaking technology. They got teleportation, jump room technologies, cloaking technology. And then on top of it, they put implants in your eye through these nasty little satellites. See, this fucker is moving. The little fuckers are moving. Yeah, it's the police department. All you gotta do is, because all this shit is traceable, people. It is. It goes back to their hard drives. It is. It's how they track people. The evidence is on police records, and it's based on a system, and all systems have back records. So if your name is on the shit list, they have to put it on these hard drives. So the evidence is on the hard drives of their tracking and tracing of humans. So, that's the evidence. Because it's all tied to the NSA and the FISA courts. It's the same thing that's gone through with Trump. Yeah. GCHQ is Q, tied to CIA, tied to the FBI, tied to M16, tied to the Mossad, which is tied to the NSA. It's the same shit they've done to Trump. Okay? And I know my gang stalking is tied to the Fraternal Order of Police, tied to the Rosicrucians. Okay? It's a secret cult, 33-degree Freemasons. So, these things in the sky, this is all military, CIA, Homeland Security, weaponizing of the airspace. It's it's Department of Justice, it's all of it. It's all of it, people. It's Department of Justice, Homeland Security, tied to the FISA courts, tied to the Crown. It's all tied to the Crown, people. They have holographic technology, like I said, jump room, holographic cloaking, TR3B technology, sun simulator in the sky, moon simulator in the sky. So technically you have 2 suns and 2 moons. It's just that they won't tell you about it. And it's all about control, people. No matter what. Because what they do with this technology is they use it for drug running. The cartel. Yeah, the cartels down in wherever, South America, Mexico, wherever there's drugs, Afghanistan, yeah. They use this AI system for drugs, mostly, and it's also for human trafficking too. So, yeah. This thing in the sky is tied to drug cartel and everything else. Because what they do is they, when you're born on this planet, your blood is taken as an infant. And then it's analyzed and kept on a database. That's why you're given a social security number. so they could track and trace you and throw you under the bus. In my opinion, no human should have a tracking number. But this is how they, and they've been doing this for years and years and years. I mean, you know, they write marriages and everything in the churches, okay? Because the church kept records, so. No human being should be tracked and traced from birth to death. That's the cabal. But that's what they're doing. You see, they take your blood when you're born. Your blood is sold over to the NSA or CIA or one of the... It doesn't matter. They're all the same agencies. Okay? And they put you on a shit list based on your DNA. Okay? Now someone, somewhere, is responsible for that information. Okay? And then all of a sudden, overnight, you're gang stalked and targeted with directed energy weapons. Someone is highly responsible for that shit. With this technology, there is, a lot of money for them to do. But you gotta remember, you don't have a normal system, people. These are run by psychopaths. They're psychopathic. They're sick. And it destroys, this technology that they have, the Tesla technology, this alternating current, because Tesla technology is alternating current instead of direct current. Because what they want to do is they want to do everything solar-based energy, where you don't have control over it. See, they want to chip you and take total control of everything you do, like how much water you use, how much electricity you use during the day, do you show up for your job, blah, blah, blah. They just want you as a working slave. Okay? This technology violates your Fourth Amendment rights, your First Amendment rights, your Second Amendment rights, and actually crimes against humanity. I mean, this stuff goes all the way back. It violates Magna Carta, the Ten Commandments, everything. Which is why I brought up the fact that this is tied to religion. It's Talmudic, Kabbalah stuff. So, and all this shit is traceable. All you gotta do is just, dig into their systems. They are responsible for the very thing that they put out on paper. So, these are the Atlanteans. A long time ago, they flipped the planet and started the flood, tied to Egyptians. Okay? It's the same priesthood going over and over and over again, except right now they're using really horrible technology. Electromagnetic frequency has always been on the planet because they got the pyramids and stuff. But this is when they took Tesla technology and they've kept it hidden for so long and really have just laid it out on people. The air is bad, the water is bad, vaccines are bad, the school is bad, everything is falling apart. So, it's a cult on this planet, people. It's a cult. It's a secret occult. And I've seen these families, they are, indoctrinating their kid to be future gang stalkers for future problems later on. It's a satanic cult. And we have to put our foot down. We have to stop it. It's very evil. Because what they do is they put implants in your body, like I said, and they technically just mind rape you every day, every second of your life. They use synthetic telepathy, V2K. It's a hive mind mentality, and if you're not with the gang, they just come after you. I mean, this is, it's really bad, people. I mean, this thing in the sky right now is a weapon. They've weaponized the sun, the moon, the air, the food, everything. Everything's been weaponized. The fires in California, that came from a directed energy weapon. Tearing down of dams, that's to, put their little fancy Star Trek shit in California. So, this is all police department shit right up in the sky, okay? And it goes up the chain of ladder to the CIA, FBI, and to the Crown. All this information eventually gets to the NSA. I mean, it just goes upward. Because we're the peasants, because you still live in a feudal system, people. The king is at the top, the nobles, which are the elite. You have your Swiss Templar cops, which are the Swiss Templar knights, which are the cops. And then you have your people on the ground, your citizens. And it's like the old saying, the citizens pay the police department's salary. And when the police get out of control, we need to fire everybody. It's true. It's just like we need to fire everybody in D.C. for all this horrific, for going along with this technology and sitting in silence. Because if you sit in silence, then you're just as guilty as anybody else. So, sitting in silence does not, you are accountable for it. You are. You're accountable for your actions, for sitting there and watching someone really suffer through it. When you know that eventually it's death by electronic means. Because it's a silent weapons for quiet wars is what they're using. It's electromagnetic frequency, which is over on the right-hand side of the spectrum and also on the far left. So what they're doing is they're taking visible light and they're really, really fucking with DNA. If you study astronomy, you know what I mean. Okay? Humans are beautiful. We have beautiful DNA. Our DNA is made of light, color, and sound. We are awesome. But what they've done is they've tapped into this, and they are violating it with frequency, turning up the dial to the right of the spectrum and to the left of the spectrum. All you got to do is, because the military works in the RF spectrum. They work on radio. They work on the red color, the black color, and I can't think of the other color. But anyways, it doesn't matter. They work on the whole spectrum. They work on gamma rays, X-rays, UV,